Stacey Keith's attorney was working with Kazi, as you said, on a civil case. They were co-counsel. On the other side, a local doctor who had filed the lawsuit. Police say that doctor killed Stephen. Tonight, Stephen's co-counsel is talking about the case that he believes led to the unthinkable. You felt like you guys were about to win this case.
We were winning.
On March 21st, attorney Stephen Kazi and co-counsel Jake Pillsbury had a virtual court hearing. Their clients were being sued for negligence by a local plastic surgeon. Dr. Tomas Kasowski blamed billing discrepancies for negative reviews left online. At 10:30 a.m., Jake says he called into the hearing. The doctor was there, but Steve was not.
Steve not being there was really strange, and then he wasn't responding to my text messages, which was very strange.
Largo police say Steve was dead, his body in a cart outside his office. Court documents allege the doctor murdered Steve in the restroom, then dialed into the court hearing. Quote, as soon as the defendant disconnects, video captures the subject at the crime scene beginning to move. Is there anything that you think you can share about like his demeanor?
He never came across as particularly emotional one way or another. You know, the way that he was on that call was pretty standard for him.
Soon after the call, police were on scene and a manhunt began to find the suspect. Jake says he spoke with detectives, sharing his account.
I knew it was him. I knew what happened. You know, I went straight home. I made sure my house was locked up. We bought a new security system. I wouldn't leave the house. I was really, really scared.
Do you understand the charges?
Yes, I do.
Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty. The doctor's defense attorney urging patience.
And he's presumed innocent despite the nature of the charges.
Based upon the allegations, Steve was murdered for simply doing his job.
Tampa's legal community honored Steve at a vigil after his death. The case, stunning colleagues.
Steve was accessible. I run a virtual office. I keep going over in my head like how scary it probably was, how difficult it must have been for him just to process it all, and like it haunts me thinking about what happened to him. Like I can't deal with the actual idea of what happened to him.
Equally haunting, the what-ifs. 2 months earlier, the doctor was in Steve's office for a deposition. Jake was on Zoom.
Tom Kasowski was conducting a deposition of a witness with very little information. It was just constant, and this witness was becoming uncomfortable. Like, Steve felt so bad for her because she was getting beat up. And Steve was just like, please don't ask the same question over and over again.
Court documents state the depo became, quote, verbally contentious. Then the doctor allegedly confronted Steve in the restroom.
When he approached him in the bathroom, I wish we could have, I wish we would have brought that to the court's attention faster. And I am constantly dealing with a mixture of sadness and grief and guilt. Steve Kazi was a genuinely great guy.
There'll be no forks here.
I gotta go in. Just eat it like the cat.
To date, police have not recovered Stephen's body. Those who had the privilege of knowing Stephen will never forget him.
He deserved so much better. He just deserved so much better. Everybody lost. The world is worse today.
And there will be a celebration of life for Steve on May 12th. That would have been his 42nd birthday. Steve's mom, Lois Kazi, tells me she's putting all of her energy and focus into making sure that event is successful. Meantime, police also allege a week before the murder, the suspect was stalking Stephen, even hiding inside a closet at his office.